This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 386. 15 Reasons You're Broke and Can't Save Money, Part 1, by Schroeder-Gardner of MakingSenseOfSense.com. And I am Dan, your host here on the podcast, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. And today we do have one of those longer posts, this one from Making Sense of Sense, so I'm going to break it up into two posts for you. But before we get into that, this episode is being brought to you by SendPro from Pitney Bowes. SendPro has 3 times the features of Stamps.com at 1/3 the price. Visit pb.com/finance to learn more and to try it free for 90 days. After that, you'll get SendPro for only $5 per month. That's 1/3 of the cost of Stamps.com. And that special $5 rate is good for the lifetime of your SendPro subscription, but only when you sign up at pb.com/finance. So now let's get to it. We'll hear part 1 of the post as we optimize your life. 15 Reasons You're Broke and Can't Save Money, Part 1, by Schroeder-Gardner of MakingSenseOfSense.com. I know the title of this blog post and talking about the reasons for why a person would have no money is pretty straightforward, but sometimes that approach is needed if you're going to face your financial situation more realistically. I believe the first thing a person needs to do when it comes to improving their financial situation, such as getting out of debt, is to realize why they are stuck. If you don't know what your problem is, then it will be hard to make a positive change. Once you confront the reasons for why you are stuck and have no money, you'll then be able to make a better plan to get out of your financial rut. I understand that some things in life cost money, but I believe that learning how to save money and improving your financial situation can help most people reach their dreams. The 15 Reasons You're Broke and Have No Money. You believe you have lots of time to pay off your debt. When I was in the middle of paying off my $40,000 worth of student loan debt, I remember being asked why I wanted to get rid of my student loan debt at my age. I was 24 when I paid off my debt. I still remember the person saying something about how I'm young and should enjoy my money more now, and that I can worry about my student loans later. What? Why not just pay off more of your debt now? Would you really rather have that 100th pair of jeans instead of putting more towards your debt? I know for a fact that I'm extremely happy to have paid off my student loan debt. I still enjoyed my life while I was paying off my debt, and I definitely do not think I was suffering at all. Plus, there are many other reasons to pay off debt now rather than later, and one of the biggest is that you just never know what may happen in the future. If you wait to pay off your debt and instead spend your money on things that you don't need, you may fall into a bad situation. What would happen if you lost your job, came across high-cost medical bills, or something else? Wouldn't you have wanted your debt to be gone? By waiting to pay off your debt because you think you will have time later to do so, you could be negatively impacting your financial situation. If you have the means to pay off your debt now, or at least work towards paying it off, then you should make the effort as soon as you can. You're paying for cable when you can't afford it. According to NPD Group, that's a market research company, the average monthly cable bill is around $120. By the year 2020, the average cable bill is expected to be around $200 a month. If you can't afford cable, then you shouldn't be paying for it. It's really that simple. By paying for cable when you can't afford it, you are preventing yourself from saving more money. This all leads to you having no money. I recommend getting a digital antenna so that you can receive local channels for free. You treat your credit card as income. Your credit card is not a new income source. If you treat your credit card this way, then you should cancel your credit card, as you are going into unnecessary debt. If you are using a credit card, then you should be working to completely pay off your balance each month so that you are not racking up interest charges and late fees. So-and-so has debt, so it's fine if you do too. Many people compare their amount of debt to what others have so that they'll feel their debt is normal. An example would be if you are 30 and the average 30-year-old has $10,000 worth of credit card debt. I completely just made that number up. You then use this number as a guide so that you can feel more comfortable about your debt. However, who cares how much debt another person has? How exactly does knowing what the average amount of debt a random 30-year-old has affect you? Is that person you? No. So why would another person's amount of debt even matter to you? That makes no sense. Just because someone else has $10,000 worth of credit card debt from buying too many clothes does not mean that you should too. You never know, this amount may be breaking them on the inside even if they aren't showing it. You believe you deserve the items you buy. Yes, you may be awesome and think you deserve something, but should you really be buying it? Just because someone else bought a 100-inch 3D TV, or a mansion, nice car, gadgets, paid for a crazy expensive wedding, etc., That doesn't mean you should as well. You might think, oh, well, they have a comparable job to mine, so if they can afford it, then I can too. However, you have no idea how this person is paying for it. Maybe they saved for years, or maybe they're just putting everything on their credit card. By thinking that you deserve everything, you are making yourself have no money. Instead, you should be realistic with your financial situation and only buy what you can truly afford. You pay too much for your cell phone. Most people overpay for their cell phone plan. If you can't afford to pay your bills, pay down your debt, and so on, then you should look at either getting rid of your cell phone. Yes, this is possible, and some people do go without cell phones, or finding a more affordable cell phone option. If you are looking for an affordable cell phone service, check out Republic Wireless. They have monthly cell phone plans as low as $15 per month. You can read more in my post Saving Over $2,000 a Year with Republic Wireless review for more information. Both my sister-in-law and mother-in-law use Republic Wireless and save a good deal of money by doing so. You don't have a budget, so you have no money. If you don't have a budget, or if your budget is not a good one, then this can be a big reason for why you have no money. A good and realistic budget can help a person and/or a family manage their money better. Yes, a simple piece of paper where you jot down your budget can actually do this. A budget can help you realize where you might be going wrong with your finances and how to fix a financial issue that you may be having. Many people are afraid to create a budget because it means they will actually have to face their spending. If this is why you don't have a budget, then please just face your fears and start creating one today. To be continued. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled 15 Reasons You're Broke and Can't Save Money by Michelle Schroeder-Gardner of MakingSenseOfCents.com. And speaking of saving money, this episode was brought to you by SendPro from Pitney Bowes. SendPro has 3 times the features of Stamps.com at 1/3 the price. It's really easy to use. You can actually print stamps straight from your computer, saving money and time. And you don't even need any special equipment to do it or any software. It works right from the web, no installations to worry about. You gotta try it out. You can get an incredible deal only through pb.com/finance. That deal is, you'll get SendPro free for 90 days. You'll get a free 10-pound scale, and when your free trial is over, again, this is after a full 90 days, you'll get SendPro for only $5 a month, and that rate is good for the life of your SendPro subscription. That's $5 a month compared to $15.99 a month for Stamps.com, which is 3 times the features of Stamps.com at 1/3 the price. Again, you can get all of that through our special link, pb.com/finance. And by the way, I want to wish a happy birthday to Dr. Neil from Optimal Health Daily. And a nice gift for him today would be to subscribe to his show. And that should do it for the Monday episode here on Optimal Finance Daily. I'll wrap this up in tomorrow's show with part 2. So I'll see you there, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.